Hello, good morning, Fempire babes. Welcome to your Edge 2023 Day 1 Masterclass. Welcome to Fempreneur Babe Society. If this is your first time here, say hello, let me know. If you're on live, say hello in the comments. And if you're catching the replay, also say hello because we love to engage you. How are we doing today? What is the vibe today? I am very, very excited to be here. So if you're hopping on, say hi in the comments. Your Edge 2023 is all about business expansion. And also, excuse my hearers today. It's just gonna be like static. It's gonna be standing up. It's gonna bother me, but I'm gonna try to ignore it. Okay. Okay, so your Edge 2023 is all about business expansion in 2023. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about all the different pillars in your business, and then we're gonna sprinkle a lot of energetics, a lot of magic into what's to come in your new year. Hi Gladys. Oh my goodness, I feel like I haven't seen you in a bit and I miss you. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all the things. And that reminds me, I gotta take my Christmas tree down. Okay, so if you are new here, welcome to Fempreneur Babe Society. My name is Jennifer. I'm a business coach for female entrepreneurs scaling to six figures, multi-six figures, and beyond businesses with lens to strategy, magnetism, manifestation, and magic. Lots of feminine energy, but it's backed up by very strong masculine structures. This masterclass in Your Edge 2023 is gonna be a mix of both. Mainly, I do want to focus a lot more on the pillars, the strategy, the structures, because with that going in, and I know a lot of you, we come from a masculine paradigm and we love having a little bit of a game plan. So the purpose and intention of this masterclass is not to map out your entire 2023, map out all the things that you gotta do and then put yourself up in a hamster wheel that you lose your magic. The purpose of this masterclass, the intentionality behind it, is to help you create a framework, just a framework of knowing what are some of the key pillars in your business that when you focus on them in the new year is gonna move the needle, move things forward in 2023. Those are the key elements that matter. Everything else don't matter. And then we're gonna sprinkle a lot of energetics. I'm gonna preface this masterclass today as well with a lot of energetics, okay? So that we are connected to our business, to the heartbeat of our business, connected to why we do what we do, okay? So if this is your first time in Fempreneur Babe Society, this is such a beautiful group for all the babes to be in here, to stay connected, who want daily insights, value, transformation. The purpose of this group is value and transformation. So I post and I share all the things that goes on in my daily coaching business, how I deal with my clients, and what are some of the things that come through that I find is value to share for you guys so that you can take it and implement it in your business. A lot of the things are daily insights, energetic, little activation nuggets for you to plug into. And there are master classes and offers, opportunities to work with me, to be in my world is here. And there are communities that women in here, they are all scaling to their six figures and beyond businesses. So you can also ask a question. I will hop in. There are women in there who will also help you as well. Okay, and also in the coming year, what we're gonna do more with FBS is I'm also gonna be adding more coaching calls so that we are a little bit more connected. Okay, so really exciting things to come. So generally the way that we do master classes, and I do master classes, is for me to first of all give you value and transformation that you you can have in your business and keep it in this vault in FBS, right? The energy behind these masterclasses are usually very squeaky clean. It's very important that I state this in this time and age and in this era of our coaching industry. It's so important that the work that we do and the value that we provide is squeaky clean and the intentions behind it are really pure. Okay? So the reason I do these masterclasses is so that there's value, there's transformation, a chance and opportunity for you to ask questions, to engage with me, engage with other people, and be a part of this change and bring in value to your business and transformation to your business as you implement these things that we're going to talk about. Okay, yes, there will be opportunity for us to plug in to my work, and the masterclasses are going to be here in the vault, in the guide section, so you can always plug in. Especially for this masterclass, we're gonna be in this together for 3 days, and it's gonna be value packed, insane value, so you can always come back to it in 2023 whenever you feel like you need a little bit more strategizing, a little bit more activation in your plan. All right? Okay, so housekeeping stuff. Okay, housekeeping stuff is, first of all, the I'm in banner. I put it under the group. If you share it, by the end of your 3rd day, what we're gonna do is you'll be in for a draw to have a one-on-one intensive with me, where we're gonna talk about anything that you desire to be coached upon, right? It can be, very much be, and it would be great if we can deep dive into what we talk about in the next 3 days, and we can really map out what 2023 looks like for you and how you can bring magic to your business in that way. So you get a one-on-one intensive call with me if you share the I'm in banner, or if you share a snippet of this masterclass screenshot or whatever feels aligned for you. That would be amazing. So what you can expect in the 3 days is we're going to talk about the different pillars that are going to uphold your business. There are going to be the foundational things and strategy, and how you can go about the strategy in such a way that you're still connected to the heartbeat of your business. Because what I've found and what I've seen, a strategy doesn't work if your energy is not behind it. No matter how good your strategy is, it only works to a certain extent, and then beyond that, if you push it, you're gonna burn out, you're gonna exhaust yourself, you're gonna lose the heartbeat of your business, and you're gonna forget why you started this thing. And then there's no magic, there's no magnetism, your manifestation just goes down the drain, and it gets harder to leap from that place. It gets harder to explode your business and create actual magic and call in magic money from that place. So what we'll do here is we're gonna find a balance of both. I'm gonna help you connect the two. I'm gonna help you find harmony in the two, because that is where the sweet spot and the magic happens. Okay? And there is also going to be a Q&A. So after we go through these pillars, there's also going to be a little bit of a Q&A in the last day. If you have no questions, I'm just gonna end it early, but I'm gonna start a Q&A thread for Your Edge 2023. And if you have questions as we go, just keep adding on to them and I will address those questions. The way that you ask questions is look at how it can apply to your business. What are some of the things that will benefit you, like from a strategic point of view? What makes sense to your business? Try to apply it on your business first, and then the challenges and the questions that come up, you can post them in there. All right. My desire here and my intention here is to make sure that you are held and supported in figuring out what your plan is, because I know a lot of you are ending the year really powerfully and really strong, and at the same time you're still worried about how am I gonna, what is my game plan? I know a little bit of what I want to do, but at the same time some guidance would be helpful, and this is where this masterclass comes in. So all my work, prefacing this with all my work, if you're new here, first of all, welcome. I've said welcome so many times. Welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. My work is purely based on abundance and desire. The reason that I have this masterclass is based on my abundance and my desire to give you the value. My desire to share what I take myself through, the processes that I take myself through, the questions that I take myself through to plan 2023. And the way it came about was literally I was doing my makeup and I was like, this is what I want to do for 2023, This would be great. That would be great. This is what I want to focus on more because it's going to help me with that. And these are all the little things that I'm like, it would be so cool and so helpful if people who are in my world gets to hear this, okay? So this is why I structured it and put it all together purely out of desire and abundance. And because I come from a space of desire and abundance in all my masterclasses, in all my content, in my offers, and all the things that I do, I expect my clients and my clients who actually jump into my world to operate from a space of desire and abundance, because there's no energetic lack here, okay? And we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the energy between the energetic lack, the person, how you drop your power. But the focus here is, if you desire to jump into my world, it has to be from a fuck yes energy. That is what Fempreneur Babe Society is set up upon. That's the foundation of the society. And I will be sharing opportunities for you to work with me by the end of each day of these 3 days. So it is important that you know that this is coming. There are opportunities for you to jump in. If the time is not right for you, that is completely fine. This feels complete for you, then it is perfectly in alignment for you. If you desire to go all the way with me, there are opportunities that I will share in the end of this day, okay? So let's get started. After we've gone through all the housekeeping stuff, I'm gonna preface this with something that is just so prevalent in my world right now, and just so prevalent in what my clients are going through. And it's so important for you to bring this energy in 2023, because this is the energy that actually lets you move forward no matter what. This is about being the hot shit mentor. This is about being in your main character. You've heard of main character energy, right? So this is about being in the vibe. This is about personal power. And you're gonna see that a lot of the personal power is gonna come through with each one of the pillars and structures we're gonna talk about in the next 3 days and today. But it is important that we anchor it in. Everything that we're gonna do, it has to come from this blanket of personal power, and of course a blanket of gratitude. But personal power is something that is talked about a lot. Okay, it's talked about a lot, but it's not embodied as much. Because when it comes to the embodiment of personal power, we lose our power. Why? Because it's hard. It's hard. It's hard, it's hard, it's hard. There are things that happen that we just forget our personal power. But this is the thing. That personal power is about, what does it mean? It just means that you lead yourself forward no matter what the circumstances are. The circumstances, obviously the ideal circumstances are people are buying from you, people are watching you, it's always working. It looks like it's always working. There's evidence that's outside of you that shows you, this is working. People are coming in, people are joining, people are buying, people are liking my stuff, people are saving my stuff, people are watching my stories. They are really excited about it. They're sharing their testimonials, they're sharing their wins, and like it's rocking and rolling. But how can we still be rocking and rolling even when external evidence isn't there? This is the biggest work, you guys. This is the biggest work. And that's the thing. Most people don't make it because they don't have personal power, because they haven't embodied personal power, because they don't know what it actually takes to have personal power, what it really means. Personal power doesn't mean you just show up, post a thing, and then not care about it. It means that you really, really care about it. And because you really care about it, what are you going to do? Are you going to make these numbers and figures mean that your work is not good enough? Or are you going to make these numbers and figures mean that it is coming? Right now, it's not there yet, but it is coming. And I'm going to move forward no matter what. And I'm going to share with you some of the ways that you can really, really tap into your personal power no matter what. Because the truth is, you are the vibe. When you show up, you know the next level powerful version of you. You're not here if there was no growth and evolution and next level for you to reach. You're here because there is a next level for you to step into. And that next level really fucking excites you. Right? It can be an image, it can be a character type, or it can be a level of income that you're at. What's your 20K month level of version looks like? How does she show up? Does she drop her energy when she thinks that people are not buying, and then she's like, oh, well, you know what? People are not buying, so I'm just gonna let them dictate whether I should keep showing up or not, whether I should keep selling or not, whether I should keep launching or not. That is not the vibe, right? Your next level version is just gonna go all the way, because that's who she is. It's about embodying the who when we talk about personal power. Who is the person who goes all the way? Who is the person who leads all the way? So when you think about, like, we drop our energy in all these little subtle spaces. You look at your story, you're like, oh shit. People are not watching. Power drop. You look at your post, people are not sharing. Power drop. Or liking. Power drop. Or engaging. Power drop. You put out an offer, you look at people not buying. Power drop. And then you make it mean these following things. My work is not good enough. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe am I too loud? Am I saying this? Am I doing something wrong here? Maybe I'm doing something wrong here. Maybe I need to work on my energy. Maybe there's something that needs to be healed. Maybe something is wrong with me. Maybe I gotta, like, I don't know. It's just this energy, right? It's like something's wrong. It's like maybe I'm not meant for it. I'm not doing good enough. Like, we make it mean all those things. Maybe I'm meant to fail, or I don't know. Like, people are not watching. I'm not important enough. I'm feeling imposter syndrome. All the things. And you can probably feel it in my energy when I say all these things. It resonates in your body because you felt all those things. You felt all those things. And that's where your power drops. That's where your energy really leaks. That's where you feel like you're disconnected to your truth. That's where you lose sight of your business and heartbeat of your business. And the longer you stay in that energy, the smaller you just become. Like, become in a sense that you just don't want to show up anymore. Okay? So, what makes you want to show up? It is going, how do you deal with this? It is going, okay, I feel this way, but it is fine. It's okay if I feel this way. First of all, you're gonna have to be okay with feeling that way, and not repress it. It's okay. It's okay if I feel this way. Deep breaths. And then you shift into, my work is powerful. I know who I am. I trust that my work really matters. And I'm going to lead no matter what. I'm going to lead because I lead for myself. I'm going to do this because I'm doing this for myself first. I am going to speak my truth and speak my work because I know that my work is valuable. This work is transformative, as it has transformed my own life, my personal life, my clients' lives. So I have evidence that it transformed my clients' lives. And if you don't have evidence for that, maybe in your personal life it has transformed you. What do you feel confident about? I'm confident that my work is valuable. I trust myself. I trust my personal power. I'm going to lead no matter what. I decide that I am the one who's going to do this. Because I am the vibe. Because when you decide that you're the one who's going to do this, you lead no matter what. You don't drop your power. You feel good in who you are, and you trust. Does that make sense? Let me know also, like, in these masterclasses, if you're on here, ask questions, engage. So I know, like, what are some of the things that you're going through? And I can tap in and look at some of the shit that you're dealing with, and we can talk about it. I think one of the key things that really helps me and my clients, when we connect back to our personal power, is really connect to the heartbeat of who you are. Okay? It's like you're here because you can talk about this shit forever. You're here because you love to do this stuff and you can do it for free. Except now that you're doing it because you also love to be compensated for it. And what you really love is when you see people get transformed and your vision, your desire is that, oh my goodness, my work is valuable and I love that this person, I would love to see this person get transformed in their lives and in their businesses when they do my work. It gives you butterflies. It sets your belly on fire. Do you feel that energy? It's so different. You're fucking set to learn more and more about what you do. You talk about it because you love talking about it. So this connects you back to the heartbeat of your business. I'm doing this masterclass because I love talking about this shit. I can talk about personal power. I can talk about all these strategies all day long. I can talk about energetics, manifestation, magic. I can talk about strategies. I can talk about how you can make more money all day long. Because this is my bread and butter. This is my jam. And because it's my jam, I can give you free, relentless value all day, every day, without the need to seek external validation. And then yes, sometimes you do get power drops. But then when you have power drops, you really connect back to, okay, why am I here? Like, why did I start this business? Was it because I could make a fuck ton of money? Yes, I could make a fuck ton of money doing that, but it was because talking about these things, speaking about these things, helping a woman from point A to point B through my work sets my soul on fire. It is because I know that my work is so valuable that someone's gonna benefit from it. So why should I stop talking about it? Why should I show up in a less than powerful version of who I actually am? Or show up doing disservice, or not show up and doing disservice to my world, to my work. So it is inevitable that I gotta show up as a main character energy. You are the hot shit mentor. Okay? So like, a lot of my clients are like, imposter syndrome, but I'm not really like the hot shit mentor because I haven't done this for a long time. No. You radically own who you are and what you have achieved. That makes you the hot shit mentor. Hot shit mentor doesn't mean that you've had like 5-10 years of experience. It doesn't mean you have invested gazillion dollars in a mentorship. It doesn't mean that yes, all those things do make you more experienced. But right about now, you can own and radically rein in what you know. The things that you know are the things that somebody out there is an energetic match for. because they want to know how you got to where you are today. They want to know what is the work that you did to get to where you are today. If you have a relationship that you're so proud of, you flaunt your relationship, you have a beautiful relationship with your partner, you are just like so magically in love, you are so proud of how you guys communicate, work through things, challenges, like you just love this relationship. And it's something that people sometimes ask you, like, how did you call in this man of your dreams? How are you guys still maintaining that desire, that electricity between, and the chemistry between you guys after so long? Like, how do you guys work through your problems and still maintain the love and have the mutual love and respect and hold each other at their highest regard? You have that, you gotta share it. Because there's somebody out there who's struggling with their relationship right now. They want to make it work with their partner, but they just can't find the chemistry. They've lost it. Or they have to rebuild that mutual respect. There's a lot of things people are out there seeking for and you have it. You have it today. Or you've left your 9-to-5 job. How did you leave your 9-to-5 job? You know, how did you do all that? How did you go through and have the courage? If you only have courage to show for, then sell your courage. Then sell your courage. If you only have bravery to show for, then sell your bravery. You do not need evidence or financial results for you to own that hot shit mentor energy. You can be a mentor to someone when you have embodied and walked through this thing that you're selling. Okay? Does that make sense? You're here because the work that you do and what you have embodied sets your soul on fire. So you can radically own who you are, what you're here to do, your work, and the main character energy. Okay, let me see if there's anything else. Okay, yes, the biggest thing is, this is something that's not talked about very often. Okay, so this is about your first 6-figure year. Your first 6 figures, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Your first 6 figures are going to be hard. Because this is a time where you planted a lot of seeds, right? You know what you want to do. You know these are the things that you desire to create, your dreams, your vision. You planted all your seeds. And then you're watering them in ways that you know how to water them, right? You're watering them, you're doing the things. But this is where it's like, you gotta have immense personal power. You gotta have immense faith and trust in yourself, in who you are, and in what you do. Because you do not see evidence. And this is where building your character is so important. Your first 6-figure year, and I know this for sure, because I've been in this industry, I've been connected and had mentorship from 7-figure mentors, 8-figure mentors, and I know your first 6-figure year is building of your character. It is building of your personal power. You gotta really hone in to who you are, the character that you are, and the personal power that you desire to tap into every single time when you feel like your power is dropping. Because it is going to be hard. Your first 6-figure is all about building your character. And this is going to be like your biggest learning, because the strength that it takes to get to that 6-figure and the work that it takes to get to the 6-figure is going to be harder than the work that's going to take you to multiple 6 figures and 7 figures. It's just like, you know how we say, for your first 10K, 20K months are going to be hard. Harder than the rest of your 30, 40, 50, and beyond $1,000 months. This is exactly why. Because your first 10, 20, you work through a lot of your demons, your personal power, and your character. But once you work through your character and you tap into this personal power, you lead yourself forward no matter what, you actually become the person who can hold a six-figure, multi-six-figure empire. So you move forward no matter what. Okay? Whew. That was a big chunk of energetics work and activation work that would really help you to tap into in your 2023. So my questions for you is this. When you evaluate and when you look at your year 2022, because what we want to do is do a little bit of reflection of how it has been, where have you given your power away, and then be aware of those things and what are you going to do and respond to it moving forward in 2023. And I'm going to post these questions in here, okay? Let's see if I can find myself. Question number 1 is, where do you feel like you're giving your energy away? And when you notice that you do, tap back into the heartbeat, into the value, into the connection of who you are and your business. Where have you given your energy away? Where did you leak your energy? Is it when after 2 hours of posting, you look at it and you're like, oh, it's only got 2 views. After a day of putting your offers out, you're like, oh, it's only got like, I don't know, nobody's watching. Those are very subtle, but like powerful energy leaks that actually drains you. It collapses your power. And we want to be aware of those things. I would highly recommend listing it out, being aware of it. If you don't remember, that's okay. In the next 2 weeks, just look at where you're dropping your power and being aware of it. And then every time you do, you can always bring yourself back to this space of, I trust myself, I know my work is powerful, and that's okay. I'm gonna lead and move forward anyways. Like, for me, I know that this masterclass was literally launched 2 days ago. Could I have done more days? Absolutely, I could have, but I didn't want to. I wanted to do it my way. Typical Jennifer way. I wanted to do it my way when the energy is high and strong, and I want to make sure that you feel the aliveness of this topic in me right now. Could I have gotten more signups? Hell yeah, I could have. But there were 2 portals. A portal was where I dropped my power, and I'm like, okay, I didn't get the signups that I desired to get, and I dropped my power and feel shitty about it, and then not deliver what I originally intended to deliver here. Or there's another portal that I can walk through where it's like, it's okay. It's still gonna be a vibe. It's still gonna be so fun. It's still gonna be value-packed, jam-packed. People are still gonna come in over the next 3 days. That is completely fine. And even if people don't, this is gonna live in the society forever. People can always plug in. It's insane value. And I trust that my work is really beneficial and fucking powerful. And then the power drop just holds no more life force. And I get back to, and I moved into a new portal of personal power. So as these little things come up, there's always a choice for you to move through 2 portals. One where you drop your power, your energy leaks, and one where you're like taking your power back, trust yourself, and lead no matter what. Tap into your personal power, tap into the heartbeat of your business, and focus on what you are here to do. Because if by the end of the day, what you're focused on here to do is transformation, giving value, making sure that your work is out there making an impact and influence, then you're gonna stay in your personal power. Because that is in your fullest, purest alignment of who you are and what you're here to do. And I think that is important, and I think that is something that a lot of people overlook, and they just want to leap, they just want to, do the thing, but then you don't realize that there is a lot of work, subtle little monsters that creep up that eats you away with this power. Okay? So let me see if I can post it, if I can see myself, and if not, I will post this later. So tell me, how are we feeling today? How are we feeling today? How are we feeling so far? Are we feeling good? Are you the vibe? Are you feeling like you're the vibe? Okay. I will be writing these questions later on. I'll post them later, okay? Will write all these questions together and I'll put them later. All right, now let's actually get to our pillar number 1 that is so key to what we're here to do today. And personal power is going to be something that's going to be sprinkled throughout. You're going to see with all the pillars that we talk about, it's going to creep in. In whatever you do, it's going to creep in. So it is important that we are aware of it. It is important that we move forward proactively and we don't give our power away, overextend ourselves, do the things that we don't want to do, think about things that don't serve us anymore, because it's not the vibe. It's not the hot shit mentor energy. It's not the main character energy. Okay? So first and foremost, one of the biggest things that I always emphasize on, and is one of the things that I am so proud of doing myself, and at the same time, this is something that my clients always come to me for. First of all, is having in your 2023, if this is not one of your main focus in your business, I would highly recommend this to be one of the main focus and pillars that you incorporate in your business in 2023, because this is what's going to change the game. It is about building an activated, attentive audience. And I don't mean that you gotta have 10K followers and go out there relentlessly pursue followers, because we don't chase. The whole vibe here is that we attract the followers in through our energy, through our strategy, through our magnetism, through our magic, through the things that we are, through who we are, through the character that we build, right? So the work is about how do we activate and have the attention of our audience that we have? How do we create more opportunities and channels for them to plug into our work so that we can actually convey the value of our work? How do we show them that we can change their lives and change their business in so many ways, right? Different people consume your content in so many ways. So one of the biggest thing is, if you haven't been focusing on content, I would say doubling down your content in 2023 would be a really wise move. I know that you probably heard this so many times. You're like, oh God. But the thing is that it is important. The second thing is, it doesn't have to be hard. It can be done in a way that you embody who you are, and the things that spill out of you is just overflow. The things that you extend out is just an extension and an expression of who you are. And in fact, when you actually express it and put it into words and you communicate and give it out, put it into the world, it makes you feel that much more powerful. So all the things and all the pillars that we're gonna go through, you do it because it fuels your soul. We're not doing the things because we gotta do it. It's a strategy. It's a piece that we have to do. It is a thing because you do it because it's an extension of who you are. Does that make sense? You do it because you feel so powerful about this. You feel so strong about this that it just spills out of you. So if you desire to be seen online in a powerful way, if you desire to sit at home in your pajamas and like post and make gazillions of dollars, 6 figures, have 10K pay in fulls, have people joining your offers all the time, if you desire to do that, then put out good content. Put out things that actually convey your value. So again, no dropping in your personal power. No dropping in your self-worthiness. Nothing means anything about you. You're sharing it because your work is powerful and you need a medium to share it. And content is your medium. Do you know what I mean? It's like, your gift that you're giving to somebody is beautiful. It's something that's gonna make them so happy. It's just the packaging. Like, it's just the packaging. It doesn't mean anything about you. How do you package it in such a way that actually conveys what beautiful thing is inside your gift bag? Like, it doesn't mean anything about your gift. It doesn't mean anything about who you are. I mean, when you think about this example, it just feels so silly. It just feels so silly that we make it mean something about ourselves. It's the same exact thing with content. Like, people are not liking, people are not doing this, whatever. Like, you make it mean so much about who you are. Whereas building an audience, whereas putting your value out there, putting your work out there and showcasing it in so many different ways, it's just an expression of your work. It's just a thing that showcases your work. It doesn't mean anything about you. It doesn't mean anything about your work. Does that make sense? Because you make it mean something, power drop. This is where the power drop, the personal power comes in. See it for what it is. See it for what it is and don't associate it with your worth and make it mean anything about your worth and drop your power. So, first of all, if you are on IG or Facebook, that is freaking amazing. If you're on Instagram, you've been posting content on there, posts on there, and stories on there, that's freaking amazing. And I'm gonna speak about that. I'm gonna speak about the IG and the Facebook, and then I'm gonna speak about another thing that I have found this year will be very valuable for your year in 2023. So if you're already doing your posts and your stories, that's amazing. If you already have a Facebook group, that is amazing as well. Or if you're posting only just on your Facebook profile, that's amazing. The second thing that I want to talk about that's really important is give people something that's long form content. Okay? I've found that when people like to engage with you and really give them a taste of what your work actually is like, long form content is where it's at. And what I mean by that is it could be it's a type of content where people are plugged in for a longer time period. Could be a video, a YouTube video. It could be podcasts if you desire podcasts. If you desire master classes like this. So having a Facebook group would be beneficial. Having a Facebook group is sort of a place where people can plug in for long form content. Okay, so start where you feel comfortable starting. If podcasts, I know some of my clients, they love podcasts. They're like, podcast is something that we love because you can just talk about it forever and you can express yourself. So have a place where you can actually express yourself relentlessly in longer forms. Okay, so first of all, with the IG content and strategy, I'm going to talk about that, and then I'm going to talk about Facebook groups, and then I'm going to talk about what the long form feels like, because that includes Facebook group as well. So Instagram is such a big beast. It is something that I love sharing, and I think on IG there's a lot of potential on it. There's a lot of potential to connect with your audience, and at the same time, a lot of demons come out on IG as well. A lot of demons come out to play because it's also very crowded with people who bring your demons out. But this is where your discernment comes in. This is where your personal power comes in. This is where connecting back to your truth and your heartbeat, I'm always going to come back to this, is very, very important. So on Instagram, the way that I share my posts on Instagram is purely for value, information, and transformation. So there's a lot of value and activation content on my post, just on the feed. If you look at my feed, there's a lot of value. So my intention behind it is, yes, giving the value, giving information, setting myself up as the leader, as the expert, as the go-to person who comes to who people come for different things, business, right? And on my stories, it is about connecting with people on a more intimate level, on a more BTS level, behind the scenes, who I am as a person, and also to sell. So it is important that we use both. But it is also important that we're squeaky clean in this energy. Because when we are not, the first thing that we get confused, the first person that gets confused with all this is us. The first person that drops their power in all of this is us. Because sometimes we're like, okay, I gotta post, I gotta say the things so that they can convert, so that they can come into my stories and buy the thing. And then that actually limits your expression. That actually limits what you write, what you put out, and who you are. Because trust me, your girl's tried it. And there are time and places, yes, that if you want to promote your content, if you want to promote, like for example, this masterclass, I wanted to, or maybe I will be putting out what we talked about in this masterclass today so that people can come into this masterclass. But it's not about I'm trying to say the things so that I can convert. It's not coming from a lack energy. It's coming from an energy of, this is really good. The world needs to hear this. The world needs this. So how can I wrap it up and structure it in a way that have more people in? Right? So do you see the difference in energy? It's not about, oh my gosh, I want to convert. How do I say the thing so that they can buy from me? What are some of the results that I want to share so that they can buy from me right now? It's not that energy. So in my post, it usually is a very matter of fact, a very educational, informational, educational, relevant, focused on their desired content, showcasing who I am as well, and my story and my journey and what I'm going through currently in my business. All those things that build my brand, all those things that build my online presence. And then my stories is deep dive into more of that. Deep dive into and connect with people who actually want to jump in, be a part of my world, and stay plugged into my energy. They don't have to buy my offers necessarily, and that's okay, and that's completely fine and beautiful because I believe in aligned timing for everyone. But it is about if they wanna just walk this journey with me, they get to. So post is post, reels, whatever. It's horizontal expansion, more outreach. It's the display window, whereas the stories are where it's the VIP back room, right? You walk in a store, your post is your window display, and then you walk in, and then there's this VIP front row seat. That's actually, I would more say the insides would be the stories, and then the back room will be more like the offers. right? The VIP rooms are like offers. You go all the way. There's even more potent activation and transformation that happens, and integration that happens in the back room. And then you walk into the store. That's your stories, and then the display are your posts. It's like, who am I? What is my work about? And how can you get transformed from my work? That is what the post is about. So these are like the intentionality. When you understand the intentionality and the concept behind these features, and how it can be such a killer combination to your sales, to your clients, and bringing in clients and sales, you actually skyrocket your business, because it is very effective. It is very effective and really potent. So that's the IG content strategy. And then the long form. So what I wanna, and then I will give you questions on what you can reflect on, okay? So then long form is about putting in, what are some of the long form content that makes you excited? If podcast is not your thing, that's completely fine. Is a Facebook group a thing that you'd love to create, a group, a community, people that you'd love to serve? For example, the Fempreneur Babe Society, I love it because it's a vault of all my master classes. People can plug in, always come in here, revisit my old master classes or my ongoing master classes, and it's always gonna be in here. And I'm plugged in because my energy is consistently plugged in, and it's you get access to me, right? Whereas podcast is also really freaking great because there's so much more value that you can put out. And like, if it's something that piques your interest, I would highly recommend you do so. Okay, one of the things that we also gotta add is making sure that you connect with your clients intimately. Because the thing is about coaching, about mentorship, is it's all about relationship. This is a nuance. Is this a nuance? This is something that will actually skyrocket your business, in a sense that it actually gives you a peek into your client's world, into who they actually are, because then you actually get to refine your craft and work, because you get to know what they're looking for, what their desires are, what they desire to build, and how you can take them from point A to point B. And then it also helps you connect with them intimately and bring them into your containers. So it's about, this is what I have to preface this with, okay? You don't connect with somebody intimately because you sell them. You connect with them just because you desire to connect with them. Just because there's another human being on the other side of the screen who loves your work, who is just like, oh my gosh, I like your energy, I want to be plugged into your energy, and you're like, awesome. It doesn't matter what capacity you are at, even if it's in all the free, you can do all my free things forever. And that if that's aligned for you, that's amazing and great. But if you want to also come into my world and join my stuff, that's amazing and great. I welcome you in all different capacity. But you connect intimately with people because you desire that human connection in your business. What I usually say and tell my clients is you have to know that the crux of your coaching business is actually a relationship based. And which means it comes with all the things building a relationship with your clients. It is about building that trust, that mutual respect, that like, I see you as the powerful woman that you are. I see where your dreams are, where your desires are, what you desire to do and create in your life, because I am also there. Because we're both walking together, creating beautiful things. And if you desire to learn something from me, then amazing. And if I desire to learn something from you because you do something different and I love it, then I'm gonna jump into your world. So we walk like shoulder to shoulder. Like when my clients come into my container, it's not like there's no levels. We're standing and we're walking together shoulder to shoulder. It's not like I am, yes, I'm supporting them and I'm answering their questions and helping them walk through things, but it's with the context that I see their leadership. I see who they actually are. I see their power for who they are, and my job is to facilitate and convey their magic and their leadership that they sometimes may not see themselves. Convey the value of their work where sometimes they may not see that themselves, because we're human beings, and you know that when we are really triggered into our subconscious, then we don't operate the same way. We need somebody else to show us objectively and outside and bring us out and back into our power. And it's like when somebody else is looking at you externally, they actually see your magic more so than sometimes when you see yours. Okay, this is where the mentorship is so powerful. This is where we look at each other shoulder to shoulder. This is where connection, relationship-based business is formed. So when you actually do intimately connect with your clients, there's so many ways that you can do it in a way that feels intuitive for you, because different people connect with people differently. You can connect with people through asking them to engage with you on your posts, right? Like share my post, or let me know this, right? But you do it from a way that's actually you're curious. Do it from a way that, hey, like, I want to know what's your take on it, but not do it in a way because I want the engagement. Do it in a way because I want to know. Period. Right? Like, even on your stories, like, share the things that you want to share, like in your life, in your expression, in what you're doing, and then ask if your audience shares similar interests as you, because you just want to know, because you're just curious. So there are many things that you connect through. So what has really helped me connect with my clients is really sharing who I am and what I do in the daily, what my silly thoughts are sometimes, and like all the goofiness, all the fun stuff that goes through my head. I share it whenever I feel called to share it, and then it's like, do you feel the same way? Right? That's it. Like talk to me. Do you feel the same way? Or what should I do? Like, it's just this lightheartedness. So connect with your clients intimately, because I believe that is really going to help you connect to the heartbeat of your business, and have a connection that's so strong that actually refines the craft of your work. And also, when people love you, people are obsessed with you, they're more likely to jump into your work. And sometimes this is the thing, it feels hard to connect intimately with people because it feels like everybody is out there to sell things to you, right? And sometimes it's like, I don't know if their intention is pure, but the thing is, the only way to find out, the only way to connect with people is to not be afraid to be sold to. The reason that you may be afraid to connect intimately with people is because you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't want this person to sell me this because I hate when they do this. Please don't do that, right? Like but that stops you from actually having a connection that potentially can be a really good connection. So if you actually tap into the energy of, you know what? If they sell, I get it. I see you. This is your business. If you sell to me, then I have my boundaries. I will know that, hey, my inbox is not for you to sell to me. You set up your boundaries. But you set up your boundaries energetically first, and then you get to say these things. But once you do that, then you're not afraid to actually connecting intimately with people. And you're not afraid to actually talk to them, understand more about what they want. And I don't mean cold DM people, because I do not cold DM people, and sometimes I just DM my clients if I feel called to. But that's about it. And that too, I really do. It's about how do you feel connected to? If somebody messages you and DMs you and wants to sell something to you, and if you're not afraid for them to sell you, then that's okay. But also discernment. What do you feel? What's your energy like? If you completely do not want that and set that boundary because that's who I am, I don't really entertain that because I have no space in my life for that, then that's completely fine. You can connect with them through your Facebook group, through your master classes. There are so many opportunities for you to connect intimately with them. I think the main thing about social media is being able to speak to them in a messaging in a way that actually speaks to them. And that is what actually I'm gonna teach in the upcoming social media program, and that's something that I'm gonna actually share more info with you guys in a bit. Okay, so the energetics of social media, which I'm gonna talk about. I'm just gonna talk about 2 energetics of social media, 2 big things, and then we're gonna talk about the questions. And I know I am completely a little bit over time, and then I'm gonna share with you some of the ways that you can jump into my world. Okay. So one of the biggest things that I hear is, how do I show up every single day, Jennifer? How do I show up by not being burnt out? First of all, nobody is putting a gun to your head saying that you need to show up every single day. You show up because this is who you are. You show up because this is your business, because you make time for it. Do you know what I mean? It's like nobody is putting a gun to my head for me to go to the gym every day. I go to the gym every day because I like going to the gym every day. Because maybe sometimes I don't like doing it but it's a thing that I just do. It's a thing that I just do. It's like the same with content. It's a thing that I just do. I make time for it. I make time for my gym time. Does it mean I want to do it every single day? No, but I do it because this is who I am. I do it because I know that this helps me with my energy, with my mental focus. The same with content. I do it because it helps me with my business. It helps me actually get into the zone of my business. It helps me express as myself. It helps my work being seen. This is part of running the business. And it's just a part of what you do. It is the big thing in your business model. And it doesn't have to feel burnt out. When you do it from a place that's aligned, when you do it from a place where you're fully expressed, where you're in your full power, and you know that your work is powerful, then you actually just write the thing you write and you put it out because it's who you are. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like if you are a relationship coach and you know your work is powerful, you just talk about the thing you want to talk about, relationship today, because you know that there are people out there who are watching what you do, are following you just for this reason. So you just put something out. So the thing is, with consistency, it doesn't mean that you have to show up every day. So here's a permission slip. It means you show up consistently. It means that you show up in a frequency that actually you can sustain. At first, in the beginning of my business, I used to show up every other day. Now I show up every day, and then certain days I don't show up. And that's okay because I give myself the permission slip. So it's about what you decide what works for you and then back yourself up. Okay? If like you want to show up only 3 to 4 times a week, then only show up 3 to 4 times a week powerfully. And then when the power drop comes in that says, oh my gosh, I should be showing up, back yourself up and say, no, this is my decision that I'm going to show up 3 to 4 times a week. I'm going to be consistent with 3 to 4 times a week. I'm going to show up because I show up powerfully. It's going to be potent. It's going to be impactful to the people who see it. And it's going to be really valuable to the people who see it. And I back myself up. And it is going to work because I say it works. This is where the energy comes into play on top of the strategy. Okay? So This is my riff on showing up consistently and not feeling burnt out. I do this because I love my work. Do I sometimes feel tired of saying the same things? Yeah, maybe. But it also gives me an opportunity to actually refine what I say. Like every single time I feel a little like, oh, I'm a little bored. You know? Like, okay, perfect example. I'm a little bored. Same with the gym. I have been going to the gym every single day, maybe six days a week, not every single day, but I'm loving it because I do these classes and they're amazing. But now it's a point where some of these bootcamp classes, really high intensity classes, are like warm-ups for me. And I'm like, I'm a little bored. And then I think to myself, okay, I'm a little bored. It doesn't mean I stop going. Same with, it doesn't mean I stop posting content. It means that maybe, how can I make it a little bit more exciting for myself? So at the gym, maybe I pick up more weights. Maybe I do more repetitions. Maybe I look cuter. Maybe I buy more outfits. Maybe I buying more outfits is definitely a thing to look hotter and cuter. Yes. And that's what you want to do. Same with creating content. Maybe I do a new photo shoot that makes me feel better about my content. Or maybe I write this differently. So how can I up level from the level that's already really good? This is the key, you guys. This is what actually takes you to the next level really fast. Because the thing is, us as human beings, us as entrepreneurs, business savvy people, we love growth. We love evolution. We love a little bit of challenge. So you ask yourself, how can I up level? Okay? Okay. And the second energetics piece that I want to address with building an audience in all forms. This is all forms, okay? What I'm talking about applies to all forms, IG, Facebook group, long forms as well, including podcasts. Clients say that people are not watching me. I'm not being seen. Do you know how many times clients have reached out to me and they have not engaged in my post once? Ever? They are watching you. They're watching you, they just don't engage. And how many times have you jumped into a program of somebody or jumped into my program and I don't even know you? And you are like, I don't know if Jennifer even knows me. How many times have you done this to me or other coaches or other people that you look up to? If you've done this, then there are people who are doing the exact same thing with you in your world, in your platform. Does that make sense? Because this is very real, you guys. Like, this is very real. And first of all, personal power, obviously, right? If people are not watching, you don't drop your power and you just don't sit there and like throw everything away. You lead no matter what. And second thing, you have to know the people are always watching you, especially your content, especially when you're building an audience. So this is where your activated, attentive audience comes in. Sometimes it's tricky because you don't know if they're attentive or not, but they are. And you have to know that they are. As long as you are activated with your content, you are connected to the heartbeat of your work, activated in your work, it's going to activate other people. It's going to bring other people in so fast. It's going to blow your mind. Okay? So the questions that I would like you to focus on is, what is that one long form content strategy that you'd like to focus on? Is it building a Facebook community? Would it be more videos, could be YouTube, it could be podcasts. If YouTube is too high tech for you, I get it. You can start small. You can just do podcasts. Literally podcasts. Pull out your phone, start recording voice messages that's more than 10 minutes long. Or even less than 10 minutes, that's okay. How many podcasts have you heard that are like there are podcasts out there that are 5 to 10 minutes long? Can you start just doing that? Like, everything can be so simple. But the reason I emphasize on the long form podcast is like when you actually plug in, let's say you plug into your podcast, you actually listen. People actually are engaged and they're listening to you, and you give them more to engage with. And it also helps you connect to your heartbeat and refine your work more and more and more. Okay, so what is that one long form content strategy that you would like to focus on in 2023? And how does the powerful next level version, which is 10K, 20K, 30K, insert your goals here, of you expresses yourself in the online space? And then the third question is, how would you like to connect to your audience when you tap into your heart? Connect to your audience because you just love doing it. With this purity, with this desire and intentionality. Don't connect with them because you think you're going to make a sale. That's a no-no. Connect with them because you just desire to. Connect with them because you want to have a best friend to talk to. Connect with them because you want friends to talk to you. Like, very simple. On my personal, like, it's like the way that you connect with people on a personal, you can actually bring that energy in to connect with people, but in the business world. That's literally your blueprint. You already have the code and you know how to. Like in your personal page, sometimes you put a poll up and all that stuff, right? You can use that energy, bring that into your business. And that is going to be the difference in your self-expression. That's gonna stand your brand out, and people are gonna actually feel who you are behind the scenes. And I'm gonna be posting these questions in the group later on as well, so you can save them, put them down, and reflect on them and see what we can do better in 2023. So the whole energy here is like, we're doing amazing, we're doing great. So much gratitude, so much love, but it's about the next level. 2023 is the next level. Okay? All right, so this is all for today in terms of my content. Okay, in terms of what we're gonna share, we addressed like the biggest pillar, energetics, the biggest pillar in business, and I've explained to you how you can do your strategy, but with so much more energy and power and magic, and you can tap into that expression and personal power. So there are two things that are coming up in my world right now. Social media is happening in January, social media program. I don't know what I want to call it yet. Maybe I'll keep it as social media, but this is about all the things that we talked about in building an audience as in an online presence, whether that's Instagram or whether that's Facebook group. It's not going to be a focus on long form content. It's going to be more of a focus on Instagram and on Facebook. Okay, it's about how you can express yourself online, because there's a lot of potential there. The long form content is there, but it's for people who just want to plug in for a longer time. But you can still sell, express yourself, call in the clients, and attract your clients through Instagram only, through Facebook only. Okay, because that's how I've sold. And the social media program actually deep dives into how you can write your content in a way that speaks to your audience. Write your content in a way that captures their attention, because these are the things that they care about. Speak to them on the things that they care about. Focused messaging self-expression, what to write, and how to express yourself and build an activating presence online. Okay? And I think that as entrepreneurs in this era, it is important that we be seen in a powerful, activating way. And the social media program is going to be all about that. It's going to be so fun. And I'm going to share with you, again, it's going to be like a strategy and energetics, both, because we need both, again, in a way that you show up powerfully and consistently. In a way that you don't drop your power, and it's actually fun. It's not about showing up so that because it's obligation. It's about showing up because when you actually show up, the energy comes back to you. It fuels you. So this is what we're going to talk about. And we're going to start building, really inside the program, we're going to start building this presence of who you are so that you actually stand out. Not only are you obsessed with showing up and being on and writing and expressing and sharing your work and selling your work, but also you are just a leader, right? That is what we're going to talk about in the social media program. And then the second thing that I want to share with you is unapologetic. It's a full year-long offer. So social media is at 5 pre-sale right now, and the pre-sale is gonna actually end this weekend. So if you desire to hop in, please do. And then the second offer is unapologetic, which is my year-long container of all the programs in 2023. And it is right now at an insane value at $2,222. It is still insane. Hey, I put it out there at 5. Some of you jumped in, but now it's at 4 times of it. And it's actually going to go up more because as I download more and more content, it just gets more and more valuable and there's more potency in it. So usually my single programs are like around $1,000. This is just 2222, and I'm going to definitely be launching at least 5 programs next year around social media, around selling and launching, around creating irresistible offers, around how to be the hot shit mentor and the coach. And also I am adding a brand new thing, which is going to be around feminine energy, feminine magnetism in men and money. So that's going to be really, really fun. And I always go, if you've been in my world for the past little bit, you know that I'm always rocking and rolling with new things and trying out new things and like giving you what's alive in my world. And so more programs always comes out. So it's gonna be definitely more than 5. So the value is already like 5 to 6 grand, and potentially more as new programs roll out. And the unapologetic is only at 2222, and you get a chance to plug into my world. My intention around unapologetic is so that I can give you all the tools and learning for you to build and scale a 6-figure business through the entire year. And you're gonna be plugged into all these conversations: how to be a coach, how to build an activating presence, how to call in your clients, what's your money mindset, how do you launch and how do you sell potently in a way. There's a lot of energetics, there's a lot of strategy work, and it's gonna be fun. And that is my intention for you in Unapologetic. But if that feels like a stretch for you, I completely understand. And if you feel like social media is something that I just want to focus on because that's my key goal in 2023, that gets to be it, and you get to jump in at pre-sale. All right, so those are my 2 little offers, and I may share more of what these offers entail in the next 2 days. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the 2 other pillars that will build your business and scale you to your edge in 2023. And I'm also really excited about the 2 because it's going to be fun. And like today, we're going to back it up with really strong energetics. So if you feel called to share, there is the I am in banner for you to share, or screenshots from this and you get to have a draw with me, which we're gonna do on the third day. And then I'm also gonna post the questions for you, homework for you to do if you feel called to do, because I know end of year you're like, oh my gosh, more homework, more questions. But this is for you if you, A, you know, you're vibing with this Capricorn energy that's going on, and B, it's like you want to get a head start. I want you to do all these questions and look at this from a really yummy space, like, yum, I would love to play like this in 2023. I would love to scale to six figures really, really fast. And these are the things that I would desire to do just because I desire them to do. I desire to do them. Okay? I love you and thank you so much for spending today with me. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.